The call to the member for McNamara.
Thank you very much, Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Aged Care. How is the Albanese Labor government supporting aged care workers and making sure they can keep more of their hard-earned wages?
Give a call to the Minister for Aged Care and Sport.
I thank the member for McNamara for his question and would like to acknowledge his advocacy for the aged care workers in his electorate, particularly the wonderful workers we visited at Emmy Monash Aged Care in Melbourne. Mr Speaker, the Royal Commission into Aged Care Quality and Safety was a damning report on the quality of aged care in this country, and it spanned 5 very long volumes. And for the benefit of those opposite, that dynamic cast of characters who have regaled us all in Nemesis, and across 4.5 hours of ruminating, Mr Speaker, never once passed the subject of the aged care crisis on their watch, I will distill that report down to just one word, and that word was neglect. The Albanese government, however, understands that the best investment we can make to lift the standard of aged care in Australia is an investment in aged care workers. That's why we delivered an $11.3 billion increase to the minimum award for 250,000 aged care workers. And that's why we've provided fee-free TAFE so people who are passionate about caring for older people can turn that passion into a career and receive a Certificate 3 in individual support for free, saving up to $5,600. It's why we are delivering a tax cut for every single aged care worker. I recently went and met with residents and workers at the MyCare Avon Trust Lodge in Carrum Downs, which is in the electorate of Dunkley. And I went there alongside Jodie Bellier, and we spoke to an aged care worker there named Dawn. Dawn herself is a breast cancer survivor, and Dawn has worked in aged care for 7 years. Dawn loves her job because she gets to care for older people, including her mother-in-law, who lives in the home that she works at. Good on you, Dawn. But love doesn't pay Dawn's bills, and we know that aged care workers, like Dawn, are facing cost of living pressures. And that is why we are delivering a tax cut for Dawn and for every single one of her colleagues. But while we are delivering dollars for aged care workers, the Coalition are only delivering yet more lip service.
The Minister will pause. We'll hear from the Manager of Opposition Business.
On relevance, Mr Speaker, a commendably tightly drafted question which allowed no territory at all for the Minister to go where she is now going.
Yes, the Manager is correct. The question was about aged care support. The Minister is entitled to do some compare and contrast, but she's not entitled to do an analysis of the opposition's policies, so I'll give her the call and make sure she remains relevant.
I'm talking about the support for aged care workers, Mr Speaker. I've just talked about how we are supporting aged care workers. I would now make the point that across the summer, one of the members of the Coalition toured aged care facilities and delivered certificates to aged care workers. And I asked, Mr Speaker, did those certificates have in fine print that the Coalition refused to support a pay rise for the aged care workers receiving certificates? Did those certificates state that if the Coalition was still in government, some of those registered nurses would be $10,000 a year worse off than what they are now under the Albanese Labor government? Did the certificate state that the Coalition would not support this tax cut for aged care workers, and then maybe it crossed it out and said actually maybe they would support this tax cut for aged care workers, and actually no, maybe we'll go back and we won't support the tax cut for aged care workers.
The Minister's time has concluded.